Yo, listen up, here's the story about a little guy that lived.
Before the Avengers ever assembled, before the snap split the universe in half, there was a man, a genius, a madman with a screwdriver, who built himself a suit of armor in a cave with a car battery. But hold up, what most people don't know is that Iron Man showed up in live action long before Robert Downey Jr. And no, he was not exactly cool. He looked more like a walking safe on legs. In this video, you're going to see how a B-list comic character became the beating heart of the MCU. We're going to break down every live-action appearance, the suits he wore, the tech that made him iconic, and the moments that gave us chills. This is the complete live-action evolution of Iron Man. And before we dive in, I'd really appreciate a like and a sub for more videos like this. Alright, let's roll. Exo-Man, the first failed attempt, 1977. It all starts in 1977, with something almost nobody knows, Exo-Man, a low-budget TV movie that tried to bring the idea of a regular guy with extraordinary tech to the screen. The lead, Professor Nicholas Conrad, is a brilliant physicist who's left paralyzed after an attack. And what does he do? He builds a metal exosuit so he can keep fighting for justice. Sound familiar? Yeah, it's basically Tony Stark, but in a 70s TV vibe. The suit was, let's be kind, visually tragic, big, clunky, no weapons. It looked like an armored mailbox wearing a motorcycle helmet. But it did have thermal vision, boosted strength, and bullet resistance. It was so heavy the actor could barely move. He wobbled every time he walked. The network pulled the plug after the pilot, but without meaning to. This planted the very first seed of Iron Man in live action. Iron Man, birth of the MCU, 2008. Jump forward 30 years, everything changes. Marvel goes all in on a character nowhere near as popular as Spider-Man or the X-Men. Tony Stark, played by Robert Downey Jr., doesn't just become Iron Man, he becomes the heart of the Marvel Universe. The movie opens strong. Tony's an arms mogul, arrogant, charming, loaded. But after he's kidnapped in Afghanistan and ordered to build a missile, he makes a different call. He builds his first armor, the Mark I. The Mark I is brutal, hand-built from missile parts, includes a flamethrower, mini thrusters, a jury-rigged arc reactor, and yep, all built in a cave with a car battery. Back home, the tech jump begins. Mark II, silver, sleek, unpainted, super fast, but it freezes at high altitude. Mark III, the classic red and gold, heavy firepower, missiles, thrusters, stabilizers, sensors, and a killer holographic HUD. Cutting-edge tech of the time. Jarvis, his AI assistant, is already fully functional, managing flight, weapons, and diagnostics. We're talking about an AI with full systems control. The suit was realized using a mix of practical effects and CGI. Some shots used a physical armor rig with over 450 moving parts. Then the movie drops the bombshell ending. I am Iron Man.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Improvised by Downey, that line rewrote how secret identities worked in superhero movies. In one film, Iron Man went from mid-tier comic hero to cinematic legend. Iron Man 2, 2010. Now the world knows Tony is Iron Man. And he's on top, famous, loaded, worshipped, but inside, he's dying. The reactor in his chest is slowly poisoning him. While hiding that, he's hit from all sides. Government pressure, corporate rivalry from Justin Hammer, and a new enemy, Whiplash. Tech keeps evolving. Mark IV, a refined upgrade over the 3. Better internals, more uptime. Mark V, the legendary suitcase armor, folds out like metal origami on a racetrack. Absolutely wild. Mark VI, new triangular reactor core, powered by a new element Tony synthesizes from his father's research. By now, the suit locks on faster, has limited self-repair, tighter integrated weapons, and a more precise HUD. Jarvis is getting more proactive, feeding Stark real-time strategic data mid-fight. The triangular reactor design nods to classic comic runs. Downey spent more on-set time interacting with holographic screens, CGI added later, than wearing full suits. The Avengers, 2012. Earth's mightiest heroes assemble for the first time. Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Hawkeye, Black Widow, and Tony Stark. Here, Iron Man shines as strategist, engineer, and hero. He deploys the Mark VII, an advanced suit that can auto-assemble in midair using coded magnetic bracelet beacons. The Mark VII can autopilot, react instantly to threats, detect damage, counterattack, and reconfigure on the fly mid-combat. And that climactic moment, Tony hauling a nuke into the wormhole, not from the comics, added to show real sacrifice. That's where he stopped being just a genius playboy and became a true hero. Iron Man 3, The Age of the Suits, 2013. After the Chitauri attack, Tony was never the same. He's having panic attacks, can't sleep. His therapy? Building suits. Lots of them. Over 40, yep. This movie shows the biggest armor collection in the whole saga. The story centers on the Mandarin, a mysterious terrorist, though in the end, nothing is what it seems. Tony loses his house, nearly dies more than once, and spends long stretches without a working suit. This is where we learn Tony is Iron Man, with or without the armor. Mark 42. The main suit, fully modular, gesture controlled. It can fly in separate pieces and snap together around him mid-scene.
Not this time. Not the face.
In the climax, he triggers the House Party Protocol, unleashing dozens of automated armors, each built for a different job. Brute force, hypersonic flight, stealth, heavy artillery, an absolute visual madhouse. Tony develops full remote control, gesture sensors, and auto-docking assembly. He also upgrades his reactor situation so he's no longer dependent on it to stay alive. Heavy digital work here. Roughly 80% of the armors on screen are pure CGI. In many shots, only the chest plate and helmet were practical pieces. And that final exploding suit sequence? Chaos in the best way. Avengers, Age of Ultron, The Cost of Genius, 2015. Tony tries to protect the world with tech, and that almost destroys it. With Bruce Banner's help, he creates Ultron, meant to be a suit of armor around the world. But Ultron wakes up with opinions and zero love for humanity. We get one of the fan-favorite eras of Stark armor here. Mark 43, a polished upgrade, more stable systems, refreshed interface, improved auto defense. Hulkbuster, Mark 44.
All right, everybody, stand down.
The monster suit built to stop the Hulk. Modular, insanely tough, hydraulic jackhammer fists, swappable components mid-fight. The Hulkbuster was animated entirely in CGI, but grounded in large-scale physical model scans for reference. The digital detail level was nuts. They even added live-tracked scratches. Captain America, Civil War, 2016. The fight nobody wanted, but everyone wanted to see. After the disaster in Sokovia, governments demand the Avengers sign the Sokovia Accords. Tony says yes, Steve says no, and the Civil War begins. Tony suits up in the Mark 46, sleeker, slimmer profile, way deadlier, energy shields, hidden laser arrays, instant tactical analysis in combat. He's also running a new AI, Friday, faster, more conversational, and more emotionally responsive than Jarvis. Internally, the suit integrates microscale nanorobotics across components, concealed weapons pods, and advanced thermal imaging. Almost everything you see is CGI. Avengers, Infinity War, God-tier Iron Man, 2018. Now we go epic. Thanos is coming. The galaxy trembles, and Tony has never been more ready. He debuts his most advanced suit yet, Mark 50, the legendary Nanotech armor. This isn't a suit he puts on. It's a suit that lives inside him. Stored in a chest pendant, swarms of nanobots flood out, wrap his body in seconds, and reshape on command. What can it do? Arm cannons, energy shields, plasma blades, hypersonic thrusters, even localized self-repair. Remember the fight on Titan? Tony throws everything at Thanos, impales him with a nanospear, launches auto-guided micro-missiles, forms a giant energy hammer straight from his arm. It's the first time Iron Man fights like an anime character come to life. The Mark 50 uses adaptive nanotech, partial neural command, real-time weapon generation, and full-body reformation. The armor was 100% digital. Robert Downey Jr. performed in a mocap rig. All surfaces, lighting, reflections, and deformation were built in post. This is also the first time we see Tony truly bleed in battle, and the first time he loses everything. Avengers, Endgame, The Ultimate Sacrifice, 2019. After Thanos' snap, the world was left in ruins. 5 years passed. Tony retired, got married, had a daughter, and for a moment, he found peace. But when the chance to undo the disaster appears, Tony comes back. For one last time. Here we see the Mark 85, his final suit. Its design calls back to the Mark III, red gold, more classic. But inside, it's a technological beast.
Okay, Thor. Not me.
During the final battle, Tony leads the Avengers, helps move the gauntlet, and in the end, pulls off an incredible move. He steals the stones. Then comes the moment that shattered our hearts.
Iron Man.
He wipes out Thanos and his entire army, but he also gives his life for everyone. The Mark 85 combines nanotechnology with reinforced internal systems. It was designed specifically to withstand the stones, without the body exploding instantly, something no previous armor could do. Almost everything was CGI, but based on highly detailed physical models. For the most intimate scenes, like the snap and his farewell, they used real pieces of the torso, helmet, and arms. Everything else, including the progressive damage on the suit, was digitally created. The line, "I am Iron Man," was added at the very last moment. The original ending was silent, but the directors wanted to close his arc the same way it began in 2008. And that's how Iron Man's journey ends. From a tin can suit in the 70s to becoming the most beloved hero in the MCU. His evolution wasn't just technological, it was emotional, human, legendary. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. It helps a lot. And if you're a fan of superheroes, movies, or just love seeing how characters have evolved through the years, subscribe to the channel. I've got plenty more incredible evolutions you're going to love. Thanks for watching until the end. See you in the next video.